What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Crypto Blitz, your home for your crypto fix. I'm your host, Ripple Van Winkle. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing day. Folks, it's Thursday. The weekend is almost here. Only if it was a payday Friday tomorrow, that would have been absolutely amazing. But you know what? February has come and gone. Not the greatest month for crypto. Let's just call it as it is. Usually February is a very strong, bullish month. Not this time, but that's okay. You're going to notice a very common theme as we go through this video. We're going to talk about where Bitcoin is going, what I am expecting. Our XRP targets have been spot on. We're going to go over Bitcoin. We're going to talk about the CME gap that we talked about last night on the live stream, where it sits, the possibilities of us going back down there, and then the probabilities of how do we know that this final dip is over, plus what the major institutions are doing. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's jump into it. Bitcoin, $86,380. It's currently down 2.4%. Ethereum coming out at 2,345. It's currently down 4.75%. Both USDT and USDC coming in at their dollar pegs, as XRP is a mean lead, $2.23. It's in the red over the past 24 hours. It is down 2.11%. Total cryptocurrency market cap coming in at a mean lead, $2.8 trillion. Now, where are we going to go from here? Well, I think it's very simple. Bitcoin gets back up into the $90,000 region. I believe we will finally have that breakout and make a new all-time high on BTC. If Bitcoin fails to break back into that $90,000 to $100,000 range, we are going to head back down and close that CME gap. Let's pull up TradingView right here. This gap was created back in November. You can see it right here. We talked about this on the live stream. What is the gap? What is the CME gap? How does this occur? It's very simple. These futures are only traded Monday through Friday. So whenever you have price action over the weekends, and this works in both ways, and the futures markets reopen Monday morning, if the price was to move up or the price was to move down in a massive way during the weekend when the market is closed for futures, you get this gap. So as you can see right here, we have a gap formed around 77,000 to about 80K. So what does that mean? Well, it means on Friday when the futures markets closed, Bitcoin was at 77,000. And then over the weekend until Monday morning, Bitcoin had about a $3,000 to $4,000 run to the upside. And then you see this massive gap right here. That is why there's no candles into it. 70% of the times, yes, these gaps do get closed. A lot of us believed, and I believed as well, that we were not going to come back, that this was going to be one of those 30% chances where this gap was not going to get filled. Why? Well, Bitcoin went up about $35,000 from where this gap was. I thought it was in the past. I thought that we were going to move past it and that we were just going to leave this gap open like it was, but that doesn't seem to be the case. With Bitcoin sitting around 87,000, you can see we have support ranges down here in the bottom left. Green is your support, red's resistance. We got resistance currently sitting right above us at about 89.5, all the way up to about 92,000. So where do we go from here? It's simple. Bitcoin's either going to break through this resistance, and if that does happen, the next resistance area that it has is to create that brand new all-time high, or we're going to go back down and we're going to revisit these support ranges. First area of support sitting between 72 and 74K. That would, yes, indeed fill the gap. If that line doesn't hold and we go even further, we could see support down into that lower $60,000 region. This does not indicate that the bull run is over. This does not indicate anything like that. How do I think this market's going to play out? I believe that this gap gets filled. I believe that the price of XRP goes down to about, in between, I believe the chart that we had was about $1.77 to $1.96. That is not the end of the world. There is a massive region of support for XRP in that zone. Why is the price going down, you're asking? Well, Bitcoin controls the market. If Bitcoin's going to drag down to close the CME gap, well, guess what? The rest of the market will follow. Up to this current point, though, the altcoins have been performing very well. If you remember last time Bitcoin had this dip where we got down to about 90,000, XRP saw a crash all the way down to a buck 77. This time Bitcoin got lower than 90,000. It got down around like 82, 81K, and XRP has still remained in this $2 and we'll call it $2.20 range. I do believe that the alts are going to see another correction here. Squeaky Mouse is like, he's thinking we're going to drop back to that $2 region before we see the next move up. I'm with it. I see it. Does this mean the bull run's over? That the markets are doomed? No. I don't think this is going to be long. I don't think there's going to be a lot of pain and suffering down here. I think this is going to be a quick move. And then I am expecting a rebound back to the upside at the end of next month, which is the end of Q1. And then in April, the beginning of Q2. And Ash Crypto's like this. Look, repeat after me. Whales won't shake me out. I'm holding tight because I know Ethereum is going to 10,000s and alts will pump 20 to 50x in the next 6 to 8 months. He's right. We are still on track. When we look back on this date, this is going to be one of the greatest buying opportunities as late as you can get into a bull market before the pump to the upside. Then we get a common theme here. South Korea, or North Korea, excuse me. South Korea is the good Korea. The FBI has confirmed that North Korea is responsible for the $1.5 billion Bybit crypto hack. Very interesting. It's all about timing, isn't it, folks? Then we get into this. Cameron Winklevoss from Gemini. On Monday, the SEC informed our litigation counsel that it has closed its investigation into Gemini and will not be pursuing an enforcement action against us. This comes 699 days after the start of their investigation and 277 days after they sent us a Wells notice. While this makes another milestone to the end of the war on crypto, which already includes the SEC's withdrawal of the Coinbase lawsuit and the closing of investigations into OpenSea, Robinhood, and Uniswap, it does little to make up for the damage this agency has done to us, our industry, and America. The SEC cost us tens of millions of dollars in legal battles alone and hundreds of millions in lost productivity, creativity, and innovation. Of course, Gemini is not alone. The SEC's behavior towards other cryptocurrency companies like Ripple and projects cost orders of magnitude more and caused losses in economic growth for America. That is why it was so important for President Trump to get into office, to clean up this agency, to clean up the corruption that has been going on. So now what have we seen within a month of Trump stepping into office? We have seen the SEC end the Coinbase lawsuit, end the OpenSea investigation, end the lawsuit against Robinhood, end the lawsuit against Uniswap, pause the lawsuit against Tron. We have 2 cases left remaining. That is Kraken, which I am expecting to come to an end any day now, along with Ripple versus the SEC. Remember, the SEC has that little Sunshine Act meeting where we went over that on Monday. And we spoke about how many times both Ripple and XRP were mentioned in that document. So here you go. SEC drops the Uniswap investigation. All in the meantime, while President Trump is going to be closing over 120 IRS tax offices nationwide. This is absolutely massive. A lot of waste within these offices. Folks, this run is not over. It is not close to being over. Yes, bull runs do have downward turns like we are seeing. But when we really sit back and look at the bigger picture, this little hiccup is absolutely nothing. This will go down as one of those dips where you'll be kicking yourself if you did not take advantage of it, especially this late into a cycle. We all know how this ends. We all know how bullish 2025 is going to be for crypto. Michael Saylor still buying Bitcoin. BlackRock still buying Bitcoin. All your major institutional players and clients are still buying cryptocurrencies, and ETFs are popping up left and right for assets we never even dreamed of. You have two options at this point in the game: sit on your hands and go take a walk outside, or accumulate the dip. That's it. There should be no panic, no worry. Clear skies are ahead. I'm going to leave it like that. Look, wash your damn hands, be nice, and be kind to each other. Ripple Van Winkle is out.